Now, the next session is on schemes and incentives for MSMEs and startups and funding options from banks and financial institutions. Very much awaited program, my dear friends. We have three distinguished speakers, Mr. R. Gopinath Rao, Shri Abhishek Divakar, and CA Sanket S. Nayak. I now call upon Manasa to introduce Abhishek Divakar.
Abhishek Divakar is currently working as Deputy Manager, Business Development, NSIC, Bangalore for the last 13 years. He has completed his BSc Chemistry Honours, also completed his MBA Marketing from Pune University. He had also started his career as branch head ICICI Bank, Mumbai for 6 years. He has been nominated by the government for the Young Leader program in Japan.
Now we have Saujanya to introduce CA Sanket S. Nayak.
A pleasant afternoon to one and all present here. I take this pleasure to introduce a senior partner in SS Nayak and Associates, Mr. CA Sanket S. Nayak, a man of perfection which made him CA at very young age of 21. He is practicing CA and has completed 12 years of his service. He is also CPA qualified accountant from USA, a registered valuer with Insolvency Bankruptcy Board of India. He is Master in handling tax litigation, both indirect and direct tax, fundraising services. He is a key resource person on online platform called Fintelligent Investor. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you, Saujanya. And we have Charan, who is introducing our third guest, R. Gopinath Rao.
Director of MSME Development and Facilitation Officer, Mr. R. Gopinath Rao. He has 10 years of rich work experience in various textile and apparel manufacturing industries. He has joined this MSME Development and Facilitation and Working Department from past 25 years ago, and he has organized more than 250 programs which help entrepreneurship, form financial assistance for entrepreneurship and sustainable developments. Presently, he is heading Champion Portal Division and connecting all the SMEs with banks, state government, central government, NGOs and textile operators. Thank you. Over to moderator C. Sanket S. Nayak.
Now, I request Mr. R. Gopinath sir to speak few words on incentives available.
Good afternoon to all of you. I thank the Saraswat Chamber of Commerce for giving me an opportunity to speak on certain schemes exclusively for MSMEs and startups. Today we are living in the digital world, and MSME contributes nearly 30% to the growth of our country. And there are about 6 to 7 crores of MSMEs across length and breadth of the country, employing more than 30% of the populations. And in this situation, government, Ministry of MSME, mainly focusing on various incentives and assistance to be given for the MSMEs to promote the sector. All of you know how you are going to define or classify the MSMEs, the micro, small and medium enterprises. Among them, the micro and small playing a major role, which contributes around 95% of the total number of MSMEs across length and breadth of the country. So we have Udyam Portal. There is a digital form where all MSMEs have to register in the portal. And as on today, around 6 crores of MSMEs, including Udyam assisted platform, they are registered. And out of that, 90% are all micro enterprises. So it's a huge number which needs a strong support for promoting that sectors. Today we have multiple products and various activities across the MSME sectors. There are more than 10,000 products in the MSME sectors. Under that, it's important to promote their survival and their business activities. Among them, we have financial support, like the prospect entrepreneurs who want to start industries. We have got a Prime Minister Employment Generation programs, which gives 50 lakh rupees for the manufacturing sectors and 20 lakh rupees for service sectors. So that's the most important because it gives a subsidy for that particular group of entrepreneurs who are interested to start industries. And we have MSME DFO across all the states in the country. And we are we also give a lot of training programs to begin with that to important part. Apart from that, existing industries, we have supporting through marketing, financial supports, and quality awareness, and Z certification process, and the cluster development programs, and another one is public procurement policies. So we got under marketing, we have supporting the MSMEs through trade fairs. You know, a lot of, just now the speaker spoke on the branding and the marketing, which is very, very important. So how to improve the marketing? So government supports the MSMEs when they participate in the trade fairs, both domestic or international trade fairs. So the MSMEs are being given reimbursement on the stall rents and even the logistic facility expenditure incurred. That is the most important thing. Another one is when under public procurement policy, you know, the MSMEs need a strong support of marketing. In that cases, under public procurement policy 2012, the all ministries, Government of India's departments, autonomous bodies, which are supported by the funding supported by the Government of India, they needs to procure minimum 25% and above from micro and small enterprises. As per the data, every year all PSUs are procuring nearly 1,60,000 crores of items from the micro and small enterprises. Out of that, the percentage share is almost coming to 35% to 40% share. Last year procurement was 1,67,000 crores. So out of that, again, there is a reservation for SEST units, 4%, again for micro enterprises owned by women entrepreneurs, 3%. So like that, the reservations in that procurement policy also helping a lot of women entrepreneurs and SEST categories. So the main purpose of procurement policy was made to encourage the MSMEs to become a part of government procurement policies. Because every year, you know, government procures more than 1.5 crore to 1.7 crores worth of items from various sources. So out of that, certain percentage is required to procure only from MSME sectors. So that is one area. Another one area is focusing on procurement through digital platforms like a GEM, government e-marketing, where all the ministries and departments are required to procure only from the GEM portal. So that is the most important part, where all micro and small enterprises can become the sellers. Today, more than we have 10,000, 15,000 of MSMEs and more than lakh crores worth of businesses happening in the trade in the GEM portals. So apart from that is addressing the procurement. So we also have the trade receivable e-discounting system, where the delayed payment has been addressed. You know, many MSMEs are facing problem in funding support from the buyer side. So when they procure, there is a delay in the funding, payment release from the buyer side. So to address this issue, we have a trust portals. So under that, if the MSMEs are registered in the portal as a seller, and the bankers will be in the portal, and the payment will be cleared within 48 hours once the bills or invoices have been approved by the buyers. That is the easiest way where government is supporting to help the MSMEs. So apart from that, the funding support, if you take, there is now the Mudra scheme. Recently, it was been enhanced from the 10 lakhs to 20 lakhs. That is one area where government is trying to help the MSMEs through Mudra schemes, CGT MSME, and Stand Up India financial schemes exclusively for women entrepreneurs. That has been up to 1 crore. So now all the bankers nowadays, there is a lot of demand from the financial institutions to give a lot of women entrepreneur proposals, because their representation in the business sector is considerably low. So we have to increase, because since their representation in the procurement policy under them, it is though it has been reserved at 3%, their representation is almost less than 1%. you have to increase to 3%, make it at least 2%, to release the exclusively for women entrepreneurs. This is the one area where government is trying to focus on supporting the women entrepreneurs under the financial schemes. Apart from that, we also have the Z certification process, which is very important. You know, the quality is very important. So when you say marketing, representation of your organizations, when your quality or in terms of quality of the goods or the services is good, automatically all the customers will be stick to your company products or services. Even it multiplies more over the period of time, everything is goes well. That's why in these directions, the ministry had introduced a new certification program called Z certification, that is zero effect program. So in that cases, many MSMEs have been encouraged to take these certifications, because once they take, there is a lot of support from the government sides, either in terms of rate of interest will be from the banker side is reduced, or the credit rating, the agency will give a lot of weightage for the companies once they Z certified. Even the procurement policy, the government, when they procure certain things from the MSMEs, if it is a Z certified, automatically the procurement policy will be, sometimes will have a more weightage on that one. So every stage, the government is trying to MSMEs help. So even Udyam registration admits very simple, the digital process, because we are in now digital world. So today, everything runs in the mobile. So today, IoT has become the part of our life. So that is the way we are trying to work on this issue. So addressing the MSME's problem at the right time and every time, all the times, is very important, because it is the largest employment provider after agriculture. So that is the one important things I wanted to make it clear here. And apart from that, we are also having a cluster development program, which is very important, where the group of industries, if the group of industries are come together for a common cause, common issues, that can be solved through cluster development programs. So there is funding or a grant for the group of industries up to 30 crores. So across India at present, we have nearly 100 clusters. In Karnataka, there are about 15 clusters. So these clusters are working on a common issues. So common facilities, services being provided. So in that case, the MSMEs were a part of the cluster development programs. They are being given a lot of policies, or in the terms of financial services, or in terms of the rate of interest from the banker sides. So a lot of benefits are being given for MSME sectors. So I hope these are the small schemes which, because there are, if you just run through the slides, it takes more than 2 hours to explain. My slide is about 90 slides. So just I gave this small tip of this information. Apart from this, we have got a champions. We got MSME champions. That means, you know, we have to address the certain issues related to the MSMEs through champion portals. So whenever you have, you know, the MSMEs have got a lot of problems. So in that cases, so how to address all these issues? It is a 2 digital platforms. Now the government has created a champions. In that cases, if you have any problems in terms of finance or a product or a technology related issues, or marketing related issues, or anything related to the state government, maybe state government department side, or any other issues, you can log into the champion portal and lodge them, put your grievances. So that can be addressed within 48 hours or within 7 days, because there is a constant thrust on these champion portals, because every ministry now have got their own grievance mechanism. So here we have got a champions mechanism. So where if you log into that portal and put some inquiries, like bankers maybe delay in the finance services, or something like you want some technologies related issues, or some raw materials issues, or if you want some project report preparations, how to make a project, how to identify the product related issues. So all this can be, you can get the information through the champion portals. That is one thing government has made very simple. All our DFOs across India have got this control room where you can place your informations. You can get the informations. So these are all financial schemes. So Mudra scheme is there. And again, one more thing is PMAGP advantages in the financial scheme is, once you get the 50 lakh rupees under this scheme, you are eligible for again second loan up to 50 lakhs again. There again 15% subsidy is available. So totally In 1 crore project, you can get 50% of the subsidy for your project. So that is the beauty of the PMEGP scheme under the financial schemes. So the cluster development, I know it is mainly for the common issues. If there is a related to the technology, related to the raw material storing or a finished material storing or any machinery procurement, all this can be done through cluster development programs. So this is the most important programs exclusively for MSMEs we are running. And apart from that, there is one scheme which we are now running with lean manufacturing. So lean manufacturing is a scheme where we are encouraging the MSMEs to improve their productivity and the quality within their manufacturing premises. That is very important. When you make your manufacturing place or manufacturing process very strong, automatically your quality and your service, productivity, everything will improve automatically. In that cases, the lean manufacturing scheme has been introduced, where MSMEs, if they want to utilize the service, they can hire the consultant from the Quality Control of India or National Productivity Councils who are empaneled in that two organizations. So they will give a complete technical support for the MSMEs for a group of 5 units to 10 units. So there, the 90% subsidy will be given for the consultant charge. So if the consultant charge about say 1 lakh rupees or 2 lakh rupees, 90% will be given by the Government of India. So that is where government is trying to help the individual MSMEs. So there is it is a 18 months period gap where this implementation has to be completed, and the progress will be made infrequently to know the development that has been taken. So in that entire details have been given, or you can visit our local office. We have an office in Bangalore, Rajaji Nagar, and we have office in Mangalore also, ARD industrial area. So like that, in each state, there are 2 to 3 offices are functioning across the India. Even the northeastern part of the country, where I have also worked there for 3 years. So we have offices there also, right from the Assam to even Arunachal Pradesh, all the 7 sisters, northeastern part of the country have got offices, and they are mainly focusing on the development of industries. But nevertheless, that there is a little response from the entrepreneur side is very less in that directions. The government is trying to improve in that one through our offices. So we are playing a major role in supporting the MSMEs through various schemes. So even we are working closely with the state government, because state government role is very important when you are implementing certain schemes like a cluster development program, because it involves the land allotment or a shed allotment or any power subsidy or power connections, anything even if you want to do, then the state government role comes into the picture. So in that cases, we have to work very closely with the state government. So in that directions, we are trying to help the MSMEs. So even role of association becomes very important. So association, industry association has to play a major role in taking the many schemes to the industries, because they are the body which comprises a lot of industries members as a members. In that cases, the rolling out or in passing on the information from the through association very important. So like that, the association role very important, and we are also working closely with all associations, state government and other departments, so that to make the MSMEs a more vibrant and dynamic sectors in our economy, which is our presently government is aiming to take the our 3.6 trillion to around the $5 trillion economy, which we are trying to help. Where the MSME role becomes very important. Now it's important to gear up ourselves and make MSME a strong and vibrant sector. Thank you.
Thank you very much, R. Gopinath Rao sir, for enlightening us about the various schemes available in MSME. MSME is now a nervous system of Indian economy. And now I request Shri Abhishek Divakar, Deputy Manager, Business Development of NSIC, to throw some light on the various schemes available in NSIC.
Good evening, everyone. I am here to speak about the schemes of NSIC. So I think many of you don't know about NSIC, so I will tell you something about NSIC. See, we have been started by Government of India in 1955. We are Mini Ratna 1 category PSU, working to foster the growth of MSME in country. So there are many schemes run by NSIC to help and to help in growth of MSME of country. I will start with business. Like any of the business in India, will have only two channels. Like one is government sector, you will do business with government, or you will do business with private people, right? So NSIC is having end-to-end solution, end-to-end scheme for government sector business. Like if any government sector, if you're doing, if you're interested to do business with government, that means you need to participate in tender, right? So the first step for participating in tender is to know about the tender, which department or which PSU is floating the tender and what is the value of the tender, right? And how to apply in the tender. So the first scheme which NSIC run is a B2B portal of NSIC, where we have all the tender pan-India, state government, Government of India and all the PSU tenders are there. And we inform you about those tender 1 month before with all the important thing like value of the tender, the department of the tender, the product and everything. You will come to know 1 month before. The mail will be, tenders are getting floated, which all departments are floating the tender. Now, the second step, once you know about the tender, you have shortlisted where you want to float the tender. The second step is to participate in that tender. And for participating in the tender, everybody know there is EMD money to be paid, right? That means 2% you need to pay before participating in the tender, right? So there are many MSME here who don't want to participate in the tender because they think this is the waste of money. They will not get it. And this 2% will be stuck for them, right? So for this also NSIC, if you're registered with NSIC, SPRS scheme is there. If you're registered with NSIC, then you will be provided all tender. You participate in 100 of tender in a year, all tender set will be provided free to you, which is chargeable, like 5,000, 10,000 only you will have to give it for the tender set to purchase, right? So this will be free for any type of tender, any number of tender if you are registered with NSIC, okay? And the second thing, EMD money waiver. For any value of tender, for any number of tender, if you are registered with NSIC, the EMD money will be waived off for you. Okay, so there is no chance of your wastage of money if you are participating in tender. If you have not participated, you should start participating in tender by getting registered with NSIC because there is no cost involved. So you are in win-win situation. Now this is the second step where you have participated in tender. Now the third apprehension about every MSME in the country is we are not competent and we will not get the tender. After participating also, the chance of winning the tender is very, very less for them. So here also, if you are registered with NSIC, I don't know how many of you know about this, 15% price who are registered with NSIC in all government tender. What is 15% price preference? For example, you are a registered NSIC MSME and you are participating in a tender where many large-scale industries players are also participating. For example, of pen manufacturing, there is a tender for pen supply, right? So, for example, what is this? I will explain because this is very, very important and many MSME tender for the same pen, right? So your rate is within 15% bracket of L1. L1 is 100 rupees, right? Which is the minimum one. So if generally, logically speaking, the tender should go to the large scale industry because his quote is L1, which is 100 rupees. But this will not happen. The department who has quoted this, who has floated this tender will have to open this tender to the small scale industry and tell them and give them an option that if you want to reduce your price to 115 rupees to 100 rupees, means you need to match up the L1 pricing. If you are ready to match up the L1 pricing, 25% value of the tender will go to you. You understand? So generally, many times what happen, your value which you have quoted, and annual value is very less, minimal, like 0.25, 0.1%, and you lose that tender. Now, since you are registered unit with NSIC, you will be given a chance to match the L1 level and get the 25% of the tender. So right from the information, first step, you know about all the tender in India, then there is no cost involved because you are NSIC registered, you are not, you don't have to pay EMD money, you don't have to pay for tender set. And now third thing, we are giving you chance to win that tender also. Your probability of winning the tender has gone up by 100%, right? So now, after winning the tender, there are fourth step, you will start purchasing raw material if you are a manufacturer. You need finance, right? So first, for raw material, how NSIC use, there is a raw material distribution scheme is there, where NSIC is having MOU with all the government supplier like SAIL, RINL, for aluminium we have a tie-up, CPCL we have wax tie-up, and some private also. How it helps to get MSMEs in cheaper rate, raw material in cheaper rate. See, NSIC is not a profit-making organization. We are not here for making the profit, right? So generally, MSMEs cannot directly purchase material from government supplier like SAIL or RINL because your value of the raw material is very less, and there are many other things. Because of that, they cannot purchase directly from RINL and SAIL. So what happens, same material they are purchasing in the market through agents, right? So they definitely agent is adding their 4-5% profit and selling you. So your cost is going up. What NSIC do, NSIC on your behalf purchase the material for you, okay? And since we are purchasing in bulk, so if anything we are purchasing in bulk, we get bulk discount, right? If 100 rupees material is there and I purchase in bulk, I will get that material in 98 rupees, right? So that bulk discount we get, and then we have a target from RINL and SAIL, like quarterly target, monthly target, half-yearly target, and yearly target. For that also, if we complete, NSIC as a whole complete those targets, we get some discount, 1%, 2%. Like monthly discount is 1%, quarterly 1%. So by adding up these things, the manufacturer, if directly you purchase from RINL and SAIL, you will get the same material in 100 rupees. And NSIC, what we do, we pass every discount to MSME. Means we purchase that material for you, you purchase from us, and whatever discount as a NSIC we are getting, we are forwarding this to MSMEs. So the material you will directly get from manufacturer in 100 rupees, you will get from NSIC in 95 rupees, which actually you cannot get directly from manufacturer. So this is called raw material distribution. So once you know the information, you have participated in tender without cost, then you have won the tender by taking the help from NSIC registration. Now NSIC will help you in raw material supply also in discounted price. This is the fourth scheme. Now it comes to finance. Now see, NSIC is not a bank. So we don't finance directly to raw materials. We cannot because mandate is not there. So I can see Canara Bank people are there. So we have MOU signed with most of the bank in Karnataka. We have very good relation with Canara Bank also. And we have MOU signed with them also. So whatever people come for finance, for machinery loan, for CC and all. So we pass on those lead to banks. In Karnataka, Canara Bank is the leading bank. So we have forwarded many proposal to them. And we follow up them on your behalf. And for making the proposal also, we help MSMEs how to make the proposal with coordination with bank and forward the proposal to MSME. And any type of loan, we have a different bank in our list where we have signed MOU with SBI, Canara Bank, and some private bank also. So here also for funding, we help to get funding through bank. Direct funding is not available. But yes, we help in funding through bank. Now, these are the, like, for government supply, you have participated in the tender, you have won the tender, how to get raw material in cheaper rate, you know, how to get the funding, you know. Now, after this also, there are many MSME who wants to participate in tender, but cannot participate in tender because of some technicalities. There are some clauses of turnover, then there are clauses of some experience. You need to have the experience for supply of those material, right? So how to help there? See, NSIC is having a tender marketing scheme and consortia marketing scheme, where NSIC, you, for example, you are a manufacturer of, let's say you make a steel table or something like that, right? And you want to participate in supplying a railway bed and all. You can make, but you have never supplied in government, so you will be rejected, right? So in that case, NSIC on your behalf will participate in that tender, because we have thousands of MSMEs attached with us, and they have the experience. We use that experience to get that tender for you. We will give that tender after winning to you, and we'll take 1 or 2% service charges. Once the payment come of that tender, we'll deduct your payment with 2% and give all the remaining amount to you. This is called tender marketing scheme. Now, for the very big tenders like 50 crore, 100 crore tender, we make consortia of similar type of manufacturer, similar type of MSME. And with your turnover, we are participating in a 100 crore tender. Your turnover is 10%, so you will be given 10% value in that consortia. Somebody is having 20 crore turnover, then he will be given 20% value in that consortia. So we'll make a consortia of 5-10 MSME. We'll give that work to that consortia, and similarly how we do in tender marketing, the consortia will complete the work, we will get the payment, and as per your ratio, we will provide you the final payment. This is called consortia marketing scheme. So these schemes help you in government tendering, participating in government tender, raw material funding, and in participation through NSIC. So these are some of the scheme of NSIC which help to participate in government sector. Now, since private sector, we cannot do much, so we have an exhibition marketing scheme wherever in domestic exhibition or foreign exhibition, if you are participating, we provide subsidy on the stall rates, like 80% to 100% subsidy. If you are a woman entrepreneur or you are a SC/ST entrepreneur, we give you 100% subsidy. And if it is a foreign exhibition, some chosen exhibition which is there in our website, if you are participating there, going and coming ticket charges also is subsidized. So there you can showcase your product if you want to do marketing of your product. Then in our B2B scheme also, in our website also, you can market your product through brochures and all. For that, very minimal charges is there. I think 10,000-15,000 charges is there. And you can showcase your product in our website also. So if you are doing business with private sector, these channels can be used from NSIC to enhance your business. Now there are some technical centers also of NSIC is there, where now we are starting, very soon we are going to start a very good, big technical center in Peenya Industrial Estate. So our minister, state minister, who is from Karnataka only, has taken the initiative, she has taken the initiative, and the work has started. So very soon you will get one big technical center of NSIC in Peenya Industrial Estate. In this technical state center, like 7 to 8 technical center pan-India is there. Right now, not in Bangalore, but Hyderabad, Delhi and all, where we give training for specific industry requirement. Like if in this industry some lathe machine people are needed, so we train them, and they start working in the local industry, right? And then quality checking equipments are there. There are trainings which is free. Some government-aided trainings are also there in the technical center. sorry. So these are the schemes of NSIC. So anybody who wants details, because the time is less and I was there, I was outside, so I was not able to bring some slides here because directly coming from outside here. So was not able to make any slides. So anybody wants anything from NSIC, you can take my number. My number is 9823 855 456. Our office is in Peenya Industrial Estates, first phase, behind Peenya Police Station. You can contact any time. 9823 855 456. I'm Abhishek. So I take care, 9823 855 456. So our office is open to Monday to Friday, but you can call anytime, Saturday, Sunday also, no issues. We will be happy to help you for anything. So, yes, sir. Yes, yes, yes. It's like there are bigger tender where they will directly float the tender. But mostly now 70 to 80% tender goes through GEM.
Thank you very much, Shri Abhishek Divakarji, for providing us the insight on NSIC schemes. Now we have CA Sanket S. Nayak to throw some light on schemes and incentives for MSME.
Good evening, everyone. I know everyone is eagerly waiting for the MSME Town Hall program, so I'll just take few minutes and take you through some. So I'll just throw light on just a few subsidies which are available from the state government side, because we are normally not many people are familiar. We are seeing a lot of entrepreneurs who put up their own unit, who set up their own unit, but they are not familiar with these schemes available, and as a result, they lose out on all these options. So I'll just take you through already Gopinath sir has taken us through central schemes and whatever is available. So I'll just take you through a few state government schemes which are available. So Karnataka industrial policy, so at the moment this policy is there till 2025. So in case of any investment promotion subsidy has been there for micro and small enterprises. So it is based on zonal classification. So zone 3, Bangalore normally falls under zone 3. So normally Bangalore urban or Bangalore rural will not be eligible in most cases, but neighboring districts like Kolar and I will just show you through the zonal classification as well. You would be eligible, but in certain cases, even in Bangalore, you will be eligible. For example, women entrepreneur run enterprises, they are eligible for this one subsidy even in Bangalore, which falls under zone 3. So additionally, yes. So what all you will have on the basis of building plant and machinery is the major component which comes in. Of course, there is a cap which normally comes in. You have this one 1 crore and 90 lakhs depending on the zone, and a percentage of the value of fixed assets. Additionally, now recently, earlier normally people didn't used to bother a lot about the registration stamp duty. But last year we saw a huge jump in the registration stamp duty component in Karnataka, especially on MOTD and hypothecation and all these things. It jumped from 5 to 10 times. In certain cases, 20 times there was an increase. As a result, many entrepreneurs end up blaming banks. Why are you charging so much? Well, bankers are nowhere responsible because money is at the end of the day going to the state government. Bankers are just executing the documents there at the end of the day. So MSMEs can avail these exemptions. Most MSMEs are not are aware that they can get some kind of this one. So you can beforehand go and apply for these this one exemptions on loan agreements and mortgage deeds and hypothecation deeds. And again, there is a zonal classification. So we'll need to check on a zone by zone basis. Bangalore, of course, is not being encouraged because it's already, we are seeing a lot of over-urbanization in Bangalore. So government is trying to promote industries outside Bangalore district. So zone 1 and zone 2 has a high level of incentive here. So special category units, so whichever category you are referring to, all the persons should be from that category. So women entrepreneur means all the persons should be women entrepreneurs in that kind of an undertaking. And the zonal classification, as I was discussing, so Bangalore falls under zone 3, all the Bangalore urban, Bangalore rural. But you have Ramnagar, even Kanakpura, Aravalli, all these things are falling under zone 2, which is just the neighboring district. Also, you are having Chikballapur, there is zone 1 and zone 2 classification. This is also just the neighboring district for Bangalore. And of course, you have Shimoga, Tumkur also, you are eligible under zone 1 and zone 2, depending on the district which you are at. Additionally, Dakshina Kannada also is falling under zone 2, Chikmagalur is zone 2, and Hassan, there is zone 1, zone 2. Mandya and Mysore is zone 2, Udupi is zone 2, and so on. There is, you can accordingly have a look where if your industrial, if your units are going to be in these districts, you are eligible for these incentives. So these are some of the categories of units which are eligible. I'm just quickly running through it. But additionally, tourism sector, we are seeing Karnataka, there is a lot of tourism units which come up. Here as well, many people are not familiar that what are the schemes and incentives available, because people do set up these units, but they are not aware that there are subsidies available even in the tourism sector. So here as well, the tourism department, it has classified capital investment subsidy depending on the project type. So you have hotel projects budget and hotel projects premium, which are the normal schemes, but also you have adventure tourism, caravan and houseboat and so on. So there is a minimum EPC size depending on where it is, and in certain cases the entire state is eligible. In certain cases you have to look at whether the project is falling in focused tourism destinations. So even for hotel projects, up to 15% subsidy is available in focused tourism destinations. They have excluded municipal city corporations in urban centers like Bangalore, Mysore, Mangalore, Hubli, Dharwad. But of course, even the outskirts of Bangalore would be eligible. If you are not falling within BBMP limits, still you would be eligible for the subsidy, this one. And additionally, some additional incentives if it is women entrepreneur or SC/ST entrepreneur run project, and if it is North Karnataka, Kalyana Karnataka region, there is some additional subsidy available. So interest subsidy, there is also an interest subsidy option which is there for new tourism projects, and here as well you can look at availing this benefit. I myself was quite surprised. I wasn't familiar until I was preparing for this that it is available. So it's really a very good incentive. And additionally, exemption on stamp duty. This again, after the recent spurt in the MOTD and the hypothecation and this one, this has now, it's very useful because 50% of the exemption on stamp duty, and I have seen some of my customers who avail this as well, and it is very much this one, it results in huge some savings running into few lakhs together at least in many of the cases. So additionally, there are certain schemes by KSFC, Karnataka State Finance Corporation, wherein the state government is giving some subsidies by way of interest. So there is an interest subsidy which is normally given in certain cases for women entrepreneur run units, certain cases for all categories irrespective of whichever community you are in, and certain cases for SC/ST entrepreneurs. Additionally, of course, there are certain central government schemes, but I believe sir has already covered them, so I would not want to delve much in detail into that. So if there are any questions, we can, I think, take it offline because I believe we are running short on time. So I'll hand it over to Anil so that we can start with the next session.
Thank you very much, CA Sanket S. Nayak. Dear friends, money is very important वित्तेन हीनं पुरुषं त्यजन्ति दाराश्च पुत्रश्च सहोदराश्च तं वित्तवन्तं पुनरेव यान्ति वित्तं हि लोके पुरुषस्य बन्धुः is a very well known subhashita where it says money is primary focus for everybody. If money is not there, nothing will be working in our life. And if the same money comes back to the person, everybody will be behind him, with him, and entire nation, entire globe will be around them. So, all the three gems of today's discussion, they have told us various schemes available from the government and the banking sector, and we yet another have one more session coming up next to it. Before that, I thank all the three panelists, R. Gopinath Rao, ex-Deputy Director, MSME Development and Facilitation Office, Government of India, Shri Abhishek Divakar, Deputy Manager, Business Development, the National Small Industries Corporation Limited, Bangalore, CA Sanket S. Nayak, Senior Partner in SS Nayak and Associates, Bangalore. CA Yashaswini to honor R. Gopinath. I call Shivkumar Magadha sir to come on the dais. I call Mahesh PS sir. Mahesh PS sir on the dais to honor Shri Abhishek Divakar. Mahesh PS sir. Abhishek Divakar, Deputy Manager, the National Small Industries Corporation Limited, Bangalore. I request Mahesh sir to also honor CA Sanket S. Nayak. I thank Shivkumar Magadha sir and Mahesh sir for honoring the three gems of this discussion. Thank you very much, sir. I request AV team to show the QR code. Dear friends, we have got a QR code for everybody where you can scan it and take a selfie, fill a form and take a selfie. This new platform, AI-based platform, will recognize your face and it will send you, it will automatically filter those photos where your pic is there, and it will automatically send you the link where you can download and save it for yourself. There is the QR code. You can scan it and register yourself after taking a selfie. AI-based face recognition platform by Dr. Varad Karmali. You will get a mail and WhatsApp message with a link from where you can download your filtered photos.